More and more travelers are quickly finding out that their faces will soon replace passports and even state IDs. International airports around the world and even some here in the U.S. are rolling out facial recognition technology. RT's Saya Tavenger is joining us live from the Reagan National Airport with more on this story. Saya?
That's right, Manila. Travelers are now facing a new reality across airports throughout the country, and their faces are now becoming their passport and boarding passes at airports. Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport, where I am right now, began debuting facial recognition technology last November that allows all departing international travelers board flights without any paper or digital documents. Facial recognition now is for international passengers at checked baggage drops, the TSA checkpoint right behind me, and boarding gates. Anywhere you would normally have to show your passport or driver's license. You just look into the camera, the system identifies you and knows where you're going, and so comes out your bag. Now, you don't need a boarding pass or passport at security. You just look into the camera and head to the body scanners, and at boarding, so you smile and get a receipt with your seat assignment. Now, airlines say that it's really about reducing friction and making things seamless and easy for customers. But passengers who want to opt out of the facial recognition system can by simply handling their passport to the gate agent like the old-fashioned way. Same goes if the computers fail to place your face after a scan. But there is a concern about facial recognition that it may be very intrusive identification technique because it's general purpose. And that same technology is being used by Customs and Border Protection could be used by other federal agencies and other purposes. Customs Border, on the other hand, says airline use facial recognition isn't an expansion, only a better way to confirm who's on board and that it's not a surveillance program. It's basically just replacing manual checking that already goes on at airlines. Your face is only compared with those passengers on the same flight, making a search faster and reducing false matches. But some are worried that your picture on the facial recognition might also be used by ICE to look up your information in case you're undocumented. That way it would work. The way it would work is that if your information would be turned over to Customs Protection, and then they would turn it over, that information, to ICE, which then would determine if you're an undocumented immigrant. And that was exactly the case when ICE illegally used the facial recognition software used at driver's license centers to determine undocumented immigrants earlier this year. See, states never told the undocumented people that when they apply for a driver's license, they're also turning over their face to ICE. So this is a huge bait and switch. So the use of facial recognition technology by law enforcement is far from new or rare. So you're basically just relinquishing your privacy information that's already been there. But the problem is that security at boarding means less gridlock, another factor, accuracy, which is what the airline is saying. Facial recognition, basically the facial recognition programs can fail, but the technology is more accurate than untrained agents eyeballing basic customers. Now, I've spoken to a TSA agent and told me that facial recognition technology actually caught an imposter earlier this year trying to enter the U.S. on a fake passport that may have passed at face value with humans. And so far, 15 major airports, including Washington Dulles International Airport, again where I am right now, have began testing facial screening passengers arriving to the U.S., while 14 airports use the same facial comparison technology on passengers leaving the U.S. Manila, back to you.